Forests can be found in every corner of the world, growing, living, ever-changing. Our forests give us clean water, they filter the air, and offer us a place to contemplate and discover. To conserve these natural resources, we need to get data about forests. The National Forest Inventory in Korea has provided basic information on forest resources for the whole country from 1972. The previous National Forest Inventory were conducted on a periodic basis with different time intervals depending on the budgets. But it was commonly realized that the periodic inventory was not suitable for producing accurate annual statistics on forest resources due to time difference between inventory data. On the other hand, in the late 1990s, there has been increasing internal and international requirements for reliable and timely forest resources information. At the end of the fourth National Forest Inventory, a research project on the improvement of inventory program was carried out, and as a result, proposed the new National Forest Inventory design with emphasis on monitoring and assessment of forest resources and forest ecosystem changes over time. Forest Resources Inventory Center conducts National Forest Inventory every 5 years to obtain accurate baseline data for national forest policy. The inventory is carried out by on-the-ground sampling and state-of-the-art technology to produce accurate forest statistics acceptable and reliable to international forestry community. The National Forestry Inventory is a collaborative project among 3 agencies: Korea Forest Service, Korea Forest Research Institute, Forest Resources Inventory Center of the National Forestry Cooperation. Korea Forest Service is responsible for coordination and budget. Korea Forest Research Institute primarily for research and development of methods, and Forest Resources Inventory Center for the field survey. Forest Resources Inventory Center also carry out forest health monitoring, tree ring database, plan of forest management, mapping of forest type, and mapping of forest soil, etc. From the 5th National Forest Inventory, the inventory program has been improved, moving from periodic to annual inventory system. National Forest Inventory designs can range from very simple tree-based methods, such as systematically sampling every nth tree encountered in a given area, to very complex multi-stage design and multi-phase sampling methods incorporating remote sensing. To get to a well-defined waypoint, an average position should be taken with GPS when its reading indicates that the waypoint is within a few meters. About 4,000 plots have been systematically distributed at 4 kilometers by 4 kilometer intervals all over the forests. The new inventory system measures a 20% sample of Korea's forests every year. Data are collected by field crew of Forest Resources Inventory Center, which carries out field measurement. A field team consists of 3 persons and is supposed to measure at least a cluster plot per day. Fieldwork under the inventory system began in April 2006, and the full 100% sample will be completed in 2010. Measurement variables were measured for tree species, diameter of breast height, tree height, 5-year growth, crown class, quality, bark thickness, etc. New variables were measured: saplings, soil, vegetation, stump, deadwood, litter, etc. Tree-level data consists of observation of individual trees, where where trees with DBH more than 6 cm measure. Tree measurement should be done for all trees with DBH height over 6 centimeters at the precise height measured with pole, and height measurement is done for 10 well-grown trees selected. For tree ring data cores should be subtracted using increment borer for 5 to 6 kind of tree per diameter class. The sampling measurement is taken for trees with DBH under 6 centimeters by caliper set 20 centimeters off the ground. Vegetation measurement is done on 3 points, which makes 0, 120, 240 degrees, and the points are 10 meters away from the center. Also, the 3 points should make a 1 meter by 1 meter square. The area from which the soil sample is taken should be cleared by vegetation with help of shovel. Soil sample is using soil sampler taken separately in terms of depth, 0 to 10 centimeters, 10 to 20 centimeters, 20 to 30 centimeters, 30 to 40 centimeters, 40 to 50 centimeters. Stump is measured 20 centimeters from the ground, and dead tree is measured for middle diameter and length. Dead standing tree should be measured 1.2 meters from the ground. The database was constructed by a comprehensive inspection system and stored in National Forest Inventory System. This information is important for government officials, public administration, the private business sector, and the general public. Forest inventories are an effective means providing this information to the interested parties. The cores taken by the National Forest Inventory are important materials. It can measure individual tree growth and age, make forest statistics, and provide basic materials for establishing forest plan. Tree ring have important worth as an index of site environment climate change, as well as individual tree age. Tree ring DB can indicate relationship between tree growth and management, method, climate, and environment change. It can provide information to predict tree growth reaction on climate and environment change. Data and information about forest resources, including state and changes of forest, required by various users including forest owners, forest managers, politicians, environmental organizations, and research institutes. National Forest Inventory are needed to meet DB process of international organizations such as Food and Agricultural Organization, Montreal Process, Kyoto Protocol, under United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, etc. The purpose of the National Forest Inventory is to assess forest resources and tree resources outside forests, and to provide new qualitative and quantitative information on the state, use, management, and trends of these resources. The assessment covers a large range of biophysical and socioeconomic variables, and thus provides a broad and holistic view of land use for the country as a whole. In particular, the information will be used to plan, design, and implement national and international policies and strategies for sustainable use and conservation of forestry ecosystems, and to understand the relationship between resources and users of the forest and tree resources. Also, the National Forest Inventory provides an overview of available regional and national resources, as well as carbon balance of Korea's forests. Thank you.